guys, it's me, Rachel. In today's video, I wanted to do a little get ready with me and a review on this Ofra palette that I got in my BoxyCharm. And it's really pretty. And so I wanted to play with this and do a little quick get ready with me and chit chat about life. So I'm going to start off with my foundation. This is the one in the project pan. And just putting a little bit on. I did a little bit of concealing before because I plucked my brows and they were very red, so just a bit of under conceal. Just doing a light coverage foundation today, and then I'll do a light powder. Just a little bit of something. I haven't done a good clean over my brows in a long time. I always do kind of a little bit, you know, but I never did like a full, give them the full attention they deserved. So today I did that. Maybe it's not a good idea to do right before I'm filming. So I am going to go and I'm just going to go quickly and just powder real quick. I'm just going to use the powder that I've been trying to use up, the Too Faced one. It's pretty much gone. It's like doing, I mean, I'm making a pretty good dent in it. And so I'm just going to continue to try to use this up. And like I've said in some videos before is, once it gets to a certain point of me having to swirl so many times, I'm just going to call it quits. The only reason I'm doing my full powder and concealing, I guess, because this palette has face and eye products in it. And generally I don't really like that, but the way that this is kind of laid out is that you can kind of use everything. Everything is relative in a sense. You can use it on the eyes and lips, or the eyes and face. So it's pretty great that way. So it has, let's see, I'm not really sure sometimes. So it has 6 eyeshadows, a bronzer, a blush, and a big giant highlighter. But you can use basically anything. This bronzer will probably be I don't know, probably be too dark for me. And so I probably will not end up using it that much. But I could use it for a shadow, which is great because it's not that dark. So I'm going to start off with my butter bronzer that's in our project pan. And I will say that I like this one because I can just use it as a quick kind of thing. It's a bronzer contour-esque because it's not too shimmery, but it has a nice kind of glow to it. And now I'm going to prime. I do like to prime my lids because sometimes I haven't, and I just can tell a big difference when I do not, if you know what I mean. Okay, so I primed my lids and then I did my brows, and I just did that quickly off the camera. And now I'm going to go in with this shade right here, which I don't know if it has a name or not, but it might have one. I think it's called Clean Slate is what this one's called. But you know, I don't know if it makes any sense for them to actually put the names on these. Probably should have just put them on the pan, because if I want to move stuff around, I ain't gonna know. Alright, so I'm gonna take this shade and alright, so now I did this shade, and it's all kind of really messily blended through the crease. Okay, now I'm going to take this bronzer shade, I guess, which is the name, I don't really know. I'm not even going to go off of it, so it's this shade right here. if you have this palette. And I'm going to take this onto the lid. And I'm going to pull it inwards. So you can kind of see how they kind of mixed. It's got this one a little bit darker and it's nicely blended, so I can build that up as much as I want to. But for right now, I'm just gonna try to even them out. They're very, very soft shadows so far. I feel like this one up here has a bit of a shimmer in it, which doesn't seem necessary. I really feel like that's just for aesthetic purposes. It doesn't transfer on the eye. It doesn't make any sense really, unless you're trying to pack it on and really get some kind of intensity, but I don't know if that would actually pay off in the end. Okay. So I have my other palette here that I'm always kind of keeping on hand, and I'm going to go in and just kind of clean up the brow a bit with this, just so I can see how far I want it to be blended. You can kind of see here, I don't know if you can see it all really well, but I have like bumps because of plucking my brows. And my skin says, ouch! Stop doing that to me. And I say, but I have to because you look silly. You look silly, okay? Okay, now I'm going to go in with this shade, which is basically kind of the one we made, but now we're going to go in, add a bit of a darkness to that. And these are, I don't know, these are really nicely buttery, soft shadows. They're really, really good. I am liking them. I have other Ofra products. I remember getting them in a subscription box that no longer is available anymore. And really, really liking them. And I had some like highlighters from them. And that was before they were like super, super like big on YouTube. And it made me feel kind of special because I was getting a brand, like trying a new brand that I've never heard of before. So now I feel like everybody who has this palette, if not, I just want to play with this shade. I really, really do. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I don't know how everyone else feels about it, but I'm going to do it. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to just place it on the center of the lid. And it looks very nicely pigmented. So I think with this, I like the way the green looks, but I think I'm just going to turn it into like a halo eye. So I'm going to take this shade right here and just kind of blend that. Take this and blend it on the inner corner and kind of around. Really like this shade actually. I was very intimidated about this shade and the whole palette in general, as I just make every single thing fall out of it. Look at this. Look what I did. Okay. Let's just look at the highlighter. He has an owie. Pat him. Pat him. Makes him feel better. Oh my gosh. That's so funny. So, that's a good part of the review. These things can fall out real easy, okay? Real easy. Nothing has shattered, except for I did. Yes, we are due. Everything is fine. Nothing is doomed. It's a very interesting color combination. It reminds me very much of like the 60s. And I'm not mad about it. We can bring back some Throwback Thursday. Because in my time, where I'm filming this, it is Thursday. It is Thursday right now. Okay, so let's do a quick close-up check. Alright, now I'm going to just go in and clean up the brow bone, and I think I should be quite done. And I think I will just line with some brown liner. So I did some liner. I did brown liner a little bit on the outer corners a little bit, and then I did my mascara. But I kind of want to play with something else, like a little bit, do a little bit more, and it might be a bit too much. But I feel like I want to take this shade right here and just put like the smallest amount possible on my inner corner. So I'm going to try to find a small brush, which I have succeeded in that journey. And just take a little bit and alright, so that is the eye look. I think that it came out actually pretty cool, and I like the way that it kind of came out. I feel like some of the shades in here, a lot of this kind of doesn't make sense or go together. But we used 4 of the eyeshadows and there's 6, so I think we did pretty good. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the blush on right now. So the blush is a very buildable blush. I like blush, like basically I like to have it be prominent. So I think that it's actually a pretty great blush for that, because highly pigmented blushes don't make sense. Like, I just feel like there's no room for them. Like, we just don't need highly pigmented blushes. Blushes are supposed to be a flush of color, not a pow-pow color. You need that to be incorporated in eyeshadow, because that's probably a safer way in general. So I'm gonna go and take the, I really just want to swatch the pink in this highlighter. This highlighter reminds me of like Neapolitan. This is the pink in the highlighter. And holy macaroni, that's beautifully pink. So I think I'm just going to swirl it all together and see what we can get. And I'm going to take this really loose brush and swirl it all together. This brush would be really a great option if you like blush toppers. It would be a great brush for that. To say brush and blush at the same, trying to say them in the same sentence is quite a Olympic event. So I'm just gonna go ahead and set my face with this. It smells good, I like it. And I have my mirror, so I will just I'm pretty shiny, I will say, I'm pretty shiny. But the eye look actually came out pretty great, and I will say about this palette, it's pretty cool. Definitely very versatile, but kind of intimidating at the same time. So I know some people that actually purchased it. I know there are people that actually purchased it, but I got mine in my BoxyCharm, which is pretty lucky, I would say. And I don't have complaints about it. I like that it kind of made me go a little bit out of my comfort zone. I don't normally do halo eyes. I need to start doing them. They're actually pretty fun and a good way to incorporate some color and play with some different shades that you wouldn't actually. Okay. I had to like edit that part out because I swore. So I dropped it again. Everything came out. That is probably a big like negative, and nothing so far has broken, but everything did fall out. So if you are a clumsy person and you drop things such as I am doing right today, you will probably not have a good time with this palette because it tends to want to go all over the place. That is the second time that I have dropped this palette. So without further ado, I'm probably just going to go because I don't need to drop it again and then have something actually shatter. So I will say this palette is really fun. Not travel friendly. Not travel friendly because things fall out. So maybe that's what they were going for, was travel, because you can put whatever you want in here, whatever you like. But no, I wouldn't travel with this. But without further ado, I will say this is actually a really pretty palette, and if you would like to get something, if you like Ofra, their shadows are great, you might want to get this palette. And I will go ahead and leave you guys right here. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.